Well, good evening. So, this is part 4, Maryland Mayhem Rush. Not really in a Russian mood, but I have no choice. So, in this video, we are making a mess. No, we are going to be testing our gear, blasters, their functionality, their durability. Are they gonna break on me? Because otherwise I gotta come up with a plan F through Z on what to do next. So we're gonna go along for the ride, figure this one out. Sound good? Sounds good to me too. Who else is in their garage talking to a camera? This guy. First thing out of our bin is our primary. This is just a modified Nerf Strife with a worker flywheel kit. This is the precision or accuracy kit from way back in the day. Metal, canted flywheel cage, Michelle 2.0, and the serrated orange worker flywheels. You know, it would have made sense for me to bring a battery out here, but did I do that? No. We are running a 3D printed 2-piece top rail, truly just because it looks cool. Worker side plates, a just 3D printed front rail, magwell, and of course a stock rev trigger, metal firing trigger, and a worker mag release. Wired up for a 2S in a 3D printed expanded battery door, which will be running at 850. Will fit perfectly fine. That's our primary. We'll again have to go get a battery, but we have the stock custom painted to match. This just has one of my tags on it, our channel logo, and of course this is the wrap from the Straven video. This is going to be a little convenient compartment just to throw some tactical socks or something in here, and it truly just well rounds out the Strife feel. And I love that it's all the same paint because that's awesome. Get this set down in a place that's going to fall and probably break, because that's my life. Obviously, we have our half dart adapter, because this is going to be running half darts, but we will be testing it with full lengths, because you never know what you're going to come across, and I want to be able to, if I'm scavenging, if we just so happen to go through another area, or a teammate, or something, I just want to be able to have a little bit of everything. So I have some normal Nerf mags down here that we're going to be testing. This has a hybrid pusher, so we should be able to do both. And with the primary out of the way, my go-to sidearm is always going to be a hammer prime blaster. But why am I using this? Well, because I can pick up pretty much anything, shove it in a barrel, rotate, and maybe not hit that target with an arc. Let's try that again. Please just tell me the darts didn't seal or didn't have pushed down all the way. Don't tell me that the air seal is gone on this, because that would suck. That looked better. That didn't. Okay. We'll be doing some FPS on that guy. Zero confidence in that right now, but our backup is going to be our Merge Masters build, the Talon IC4. You can see my mod to keep this closed didn't work, so I got to fix that again, but otherwise this is what we're going to be running with the inline clip. These are literally just like, that's a streamline. This is just whatever's sitting in my garage, and a Elite 2.0 dart. Yeah, that shot better than the Sweet Revenge. Yeah. And it whistled! What good are you? I don't know what good it is. Moving on. Please, let's move on to something else. Okay, next up, magazines. Yeah, so obviously we're running half darts, so we're running Talon magazines. I have these two in my bin here. But we will do gear last, but obviously we're going to be running Talons. Actually, all the actual Talon magazines I have we're bringing. It's an insane amount of darts and magazines. Hopefully that's cool. Obviously, bringing 212s and an 18, if I do get full lengths, it's probably going to be at the end of the game. And in all honesty, I'm really hoping I don't need them. Have them if I do. And I am bringing extra iPro. These are the Adventure Force iPro. Come with every Adventure Force blaster, so got 2 of those. I am going to be bringing, obviously wearing my own. They are UV rated, so they will be good there, but these are extras for people. 3D printed Talon mag. 3D printed Talon mag if I'm getting desperate, which I don't think I will be. I am way overcompensating in the ammo department. So let's just move on to the rig, because that's where this actually gets interesting. Okay, so the standard getup, jeans, light, comfy, won't get in the way. We're going to be running running shoes, probably black, probably not these, just because they're a little bit more worn out. Standard t-shirt, nothing crazy. We don't have a lot of the gear. This is my tactical belt that I showed you my duty belt that I showed you in a prior video. I'm going to lose the jacket. Y'all can see what's actually going on here. Okay. Okay, so that is the main part of this whole ordeal. Yeah, obviously you want to test fit these things before you are just there and doing it. So I tested this with shorts the other day, and I can tell you right now, that's a little tight, but it's really tight. Okay, well, let's do the other side. Every time I take this off, things move. I don't know a better way to deal with that other than to drop that. Oh my goodness, I'm not gonna be able to get that right now. And slide this. Oh, it's all Velcro. Okay. Whew. All right. Get that re-centered. Drop back down. Okay. For the leg holster. And there we go. Okay. So that is going to be the basic rig. You always want to give it a bounce or two, a leg stretch, especially when you're running leg rigs. Like this is the Dractyl, 6-pack 15 Talons. So, I mean, we're packing 60 darts right here. I'm just gonna throw them because I can. Oh, and do movements. Bend, stretch, get down on a knee. Like right now, that worker 18 is jabbing me, so that's good to know. Go to the other knee. If I go to that knee, that's not going to happen. Feel where everything is because I'm going to need to get to it all. This is going to be my reserve pouch right here, and you just want to kind of bounce it around, see how it's going to feel. If you have any space anywhere that you can kind of roll with, this kind of feels good. I like it. Obviously, got to test all of the gear. This is a 1-point Caldwell sling. Had for a very long time. Obviously, down, up, down feels pretty good. Doesn't get in the way. Can be slung behind if it's down, or we're doing an objective, or anything else. Once we check our FPS on this and maybe do a tune-up and re-lube, that will go there. Way it's easy to get out. This holster is made for a hammer shot, so this not being a hammer shot does leave it to slip out the bottom, so I'm working on that. If I flip it, holds in better, but you know, that's not... I am left-handed, so I could quick draw, but I'd like to get a flip on that. Have to check the FPS on the Stargazer. We might end up running that instead. Anyway, we will obviously check that. My dump pouch here is going to have you-know-what ton of darts and my backup boy, which I'm actually going to slide this whole apparatus over a little bit there. Easier to get to reload. You can see how this is pulling down and this isn't. So this leg strap is too tight. Stand up, let these both be completely slack, like so. Stand. You always want to be full posture when you're doing this. Same with tightening your belts, just like you normally would. And lock it down. That should be good. That should be good. A little bit better. It will always pull a tiny bit, just because we're adhering to a leg and you're moving. Okay. Feels pretty good. Easy to bring that back up and to disconnect if I had to get rid of it, which I won't do, but I could. But anyway, easy, hands-free. Okay, so the rig. These are 2 worker 18s held in 3D printed MOLLE holders. This rig does not have MOLLE on it, but these straps are skinny enough to get the MOLLE in between so that these are very secure and not going to fall off. Honestly, quite surprised by that. And of course, depending on, we actually end up bringing, they will not get in my way and we will be able to load appropriately. But I just got to figure this falling out because right now I have like 0 confidence in that actually staying in there. Feel like that's not going to go anywhere. We're still going to check the FPS on that. I do have other hammer options and all that, but this feels pretty good. We are going to fully commit to this gear setup, which is awesome. Honestly, wasn't expecting to get to this point until later, but this is perfect. Everything I'm not taking, I'm going to take out of my bin. I'm just going to show it to you. I know I've done this kind of stuff before, but truly I just need to empty this bin, and I'm not jump cutting in this because minimal editing. God help me. Okay, this is my 418 rig. Y'all have seen this in the gear video. Obviously, I'm not running full lengths, and that's not enough anyway. This is like my ditch pouch, what I used to use. If I had 212s and, some other stuff in here, I would grab the pouch, rip, and be able to toss. We're not doing that. I obviously have a different sling, but I don't know what brand this is, but honestly, it's terrible. And I had the rival pouch. I don't even know why that's in here. My dart cutting jig and my 3 other tags, which I am going to use. As long as I can find the stuff to attach them, because I need that to do that. That way I can mark what is mine. Okay, so our rig's tagged up, our sidearms tagged up, we know our primary's already tagged up. I have an extra. We know the talon's already tagged up. That's what we do vinyl decals for. So I am going to take this gear off. I have pretty good confidence in my ability to go through these. I am just going to do it one time. Just a reload procedure. So, engaging, 1 or 2 darts left. I need a mag. What I do first, I did it wrong. You want to know what I did? I pulled the whole mag well. Leave me alone. I'm used to hitting the flap of powder. Okay, so, ready for a reload. We pull, we drop, we're up. We're probably tagged by now. Boom. And if I have a problem with that, I can easily go there, there, to there, to there, I could even do that. To there. Yeah, I gotta make sure they're pointing the same way. To there, out, to there, over inserted, but to there, out, around the back. We have tray more mags, which I need to put where they're supposed to be. That's how we simulate this stuff. Okay, so at this point, I would obviously have empties in my dump pouch. Should be here and be reloading, which we'll do that in a minute too. So at this point, I have to reach around my body for the unicorn mag and go with that. Down, dump, across, and in. Probably get tagged right there. Okay, down, in, back. Last ditch effort for the printed. And then, okay, all right. I think I can make this work. I think we'll be okay. Okay, all right. We have our crony baloney, whatever we want to call it. Anyway, okay. So, first things first, let me change y'all's camera angle so you're looking up. It's a bit better. Get all this crap out of the way. Okay. We are set up for FPS. Really bad camera angle, but I'm gonna shoot to the ground. Okay, so I have a lovely box on the ribbon of over 700 half darts. I don't really want to lose them because I really hope I don't need this many. But give this a shot. Did I think this through? No, obviously not with this. Duh. So I was like, what do you want to run? I want to run a Sweet Revenge. Why? I don't know. Because they're cool. Whatever. Okay. So, dart. Yeah, 48. 34. Hit the chronograph. Can I get a clean shot here, please? Apparently not. I can't get a clean shot. The reason she's called the IC4 is because it has an internal or inline clip tube. So you fit 4 darts in here, blow down, you know. Ha ha ha. Prime. You gotta get a little straighter of a shot here. You can't really point this sucker down. I got a barrel. Yeah. 62. In a barrel. In a barrel. Crony. Hit the crony. You know, internal clips just get me. I know you're attached. Not even gonna make it out. I'm gonna come up with a whole secondary plan here. Okay. I don't like this. Okay, strife time. So first, I'm gonna do 1 mag of halves. I have already pre-tested this blaster with about 50 rounds. So we'll see how I feel about this. That screw starting there. All right, you gotta hold though. You gotta hold on. It doesn't want to hold on. It's annoying. Printed this door for this thing. There we go. Okay. Load up 15. Key is gonna be finding these. A 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, Now, day of, I will have all of the green darts at the top and other colors at the bottom. Last 3, called tracer rounds. Everyone kind of is doing that now. I'm going to dim the audio for y'all. This thing is really loud. I apologize to anyone seeing this at the event. I'm sorry. And we're not feeding at all. Why? You know, if this rail wasn't on here, I could figure out why. And then, like, actually be prepared to do something about it. Because the pusher is going over the dart and not through the dart. The question is why? Because it's a 3D printed pusher? That's why? Probably. That's probably the answer. Hey, it's like this guy knows what he's doing. I don't at all. Okay, there we go. So, obviously, this is the chunk of our pusher. I'm gonna move some other things out of the way here real quick. So, we are gonna have to find a way to extend this pusher or modify a different one to get this going. All right, at this point, I do just want to go ahead and give a little disclaimer. So the plan here was to open this strife, fix this strife, put a new pusher in it, or extend the pusher in some way, shape, or form. That did not happen. I printed 2 other pushers, and whether it's because of alignment or this flywheel cage, it was not going to happen. So our plan D for our primary did get, moved. We're on plan F. You guys will see that shortly. Anyway, so, excuse me, we do go to the sidearm here. And again, whether it's an issue, because these blasters have been sitting for years, which is most likely the reason why this has no seal left. You'll see me go through this multiple times trying to put springs and spacers and O-rings and use all sorts of tools to try and fix this. It wasn't happening either, and as you'll see in just a little bit, I pull the Stargazer out of storage, attempt to do that with its full metal kit. That did not happen either, and again, the spring could be worn out, the seal was pretty good on it, the cylinder wasn't rotating. Even when we put the original cylinder back in, it wasn't rotating, so something in that rotation mech was wrong. You see here I did switch back to the strife, just because I was trying to let the glue and everything set. This clip, which is 10x speed, was 3 hours worth of film, and there's no way that I was going to unedit it all and show you raw. So you can see now I'm working on the Talon IC4. The priming handle is just a little loose. This is not the best way to adhere this. It is in there with epoxy, but I'm just putting some hot glue over it just to make it feel a little bit better. So while that's drying, I switch back and forth. And this is basically where I figure out that no matter what I do, I'm not going to get a good FPS reading out of these blasters. And that is truly, like I said, just because of wear, tear, and time. I keep trying, and that's why this clip takes so long. So yeah, you guys kind of get the point by now. I am just trying to make some kind of plan work for this event. You see me even trying something I know is going to shoot well over 150. You can see here I'm actually contemplating what to do. This is where I actually just go ahead and take the Stargazer completely apart, and I gut the cylinder, put the original cylinder back in, try to put a different seal in it. You see me just doing anything I can to get some kind of good chronograph reading out of this thing. But that does not end up happening, and we actually run a completely different gear setup, blaster-wise. So, yeah, this is why you always push through. You never stop.
and you always continue. Don't let things beat you, because this was pretty bad. And this was the night before the event, 2 days before the event. So yeah, mission brief. So yeah, here we go. This is the walk to the first mission. At this point, I think the ratio was honestly like 80-20 or 90-10. There was not very much zombie activity at all, and if there was, they were not bothering us. So you see, our main group does kind of huddle around the mission objective, and a few of us take up guard on the area around, because you have to. This is kind of how this goes. Now, granted, I do know that the blaster-mounted camera, not the best. So sorry if you guys get motion sickness. This is definitely doing it to me while editing. But yeah, so we do go ahead and take a more rear position on this move. Our objective is now to get the rover that we had built and designed over to the next area. So we have to take sidewalks, it cannot touch grass, any of that. So we do have to go a different way than we did to get there, to get to the next objective. But again, very little zombie activity. And at this point, we had only lost one team member, truly at a really, really weird pinch point between two buildings. One zombie, he went up to clear the area and just got tagged. So we had only been down one member at this point. So we were doing pretty well. We had to get back to the safe area, which there was a lot of in this. So a little bit of a downside. You'll see me go ahead and drop, and I actually grab a bottle of water. And we just unlocked full ammo capacity. Before this, we were set to 6 darts in each mag. So you're going to see me rushing over to my gear and reloading these mags. And yeah, we now have full capacity, which in all honesty kind of means right now I can take more than 2 shots. At this point, I had not fired a single shot except for to clear the barrel. So yeah, it is honestly kind of one of those events where you never really know what's going to happen. So yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy the 2 to 5x speed, depending on the clip, and I'll jump back in when it's time. And yeah, so we are on the move to the next objective. This is with our rover. So we do have to go ahead and now harvest mushrooms, which is what we were building the object to hold them. So again, not that I didn't want to be involved in the actual air quote mission itself. Everyone wanted to be involved, and there was no one taking up any kind of defensive positions. So we did go ahead and take that role for our group. We do go ahead and now move to the third objective and or mission along our same line here. A big single file line of humans doesn't really work very well, so you do see we take a side spot there and kind of just let everyone group up, get past us wherever they really want to be, and then I go ahead and move forward with the main group and kind of evaluate what we are actually doing, because there was a lot of standing around and stuff going on at this point. So it's very important to keep in good communication with your moderator, with your sub mods, and your other teammates, because sometimes it's very difficult to figure out what you are actually doing when it's kind of just happening in front of you. So it was quite a bit going on. at this point, it is probably a good time to mention we did have Blaster Barbie on our squad. You know, there's a lot of names to a lot of people. It was very nice to put, you know, names to faces and actual people and not just Instagram accounts. Yeah, so we did have quite a few people kind of, you know, doing their own thing, their own little sub-squads, but it is always interesting to finally meet people that, you know, you've seen and or been following for a while, so that is pretty cool.
What are like the main things of fascist states is Wonder Weapons?
Keeping our citizens safe. Is that what we like to call it?
Yes, yes.
Yes. If ever there was a red flag for fascism, we are keeping our citizens
Amen.
safe.
So great, we went from a capitalist fascist state to just good old, you know, plastic fascism.
Normal fascism.
Normal. Yes, let's normalize it.
I mean, we live in a fascist state right now.
Yeah.
Well,
Stephen Miller yesterday. He
well,
said,
we didn't have to out
see
it.
if the courts
I'm with your dad for a while.
do the right thing and let us suspend habeas corpus.
Yeah. What the fuck? Jonathan, he was in a tank top American. Wait, bring RJ go home. They didn't want to play it. They had a really bad experience last year. Zombies not playing zombies.
I can hold here, but this
You take off the stock, you might be able
I
to
know, but it's my only other sling point now. I don't want to have a 1 point sling and let it fly everywhere.
But they'll be 2-4.
Oh, sorry.
The iron you have is not lost.
Gonna make it better this time.
Make Jupiter great again. That's what I say. M-A-J-A.
Oh, wait, can it go? Huh? No, you have to get really close to zombies to hit them with it.
Adriel,
Oh my god.
perimeter. Oh,
Adriel.
we're actually
Yes.
Greg!
We had to get it.
Okay, let's keep some eyes on that too. Nice.
Just bring everything back here and do construction on site.
Now he's safe to get it from.
Runner on the left. Cardio guy.
There's one coming around the bushes on the back.
Get someone on left. On our back, behind us. Look alive, Jupiter.
That's a big squad.
Yep.
Check left.
Got one better. Which one is this?
Someone get throwable right.
Careful of the nose there.
Socks ready. High vis.
High vis.
I have a tree.
I just hit him from here.
Yeah.
Hit him with cancel out there, Warren.
Right.
Oh, I'm so ready.
I just hit the
blow
dude.
shit. You didn't do enough shots at lunch. I could have easily done 2 more.
Yeah, then we would have had to carry you back to
Honestly, pulling me in the wagon for the next mission would have been great.
Aloha!
That's when the tryhards would be like, shh, the zombies over here, don't let them know where we're at, don't let her at. So it's gonna be obnoxious as fuck.
It says zombie group behind us.
It's stupid for the zombies parts. They need to target each group.
Watch the right.
Zombie on the right. If it's just one person, there's no need for all of us to yell it.
They're literally just scouting. They're letting people know they're not going to attack. They're just letting know where each group is. And the zombies collectively as a group would be targeting each group individually.
So tell me going to quick suit.
He's not even. You don't see that. Zombie! Watch out! It's a zombie! One who's zombie! Where the fuck I'm going? I don't know why I'm going to the front.
Nice.
Second one. Wedges on the left. Watch your left.
I think he was behind to meet the group. He just wants to be out of the way of the regular.
Wait, how do we know how long?
Wait, give us info. You gotta
Interrogate
him. Interrogate him.
Get the info.
Where is she? Rachel. Like Rule 0 is kind of a cover.
Where are the drugs?
Into the lake.
You guys get out to the left. Let's heal. Act like you know what you're doing. Just look cool.
So do the exact opposite. Got it. Oh, nice one, Leo. That's Okay, it looks like Austin's gonna raise cold.
They're leaving all their bins of collected ammo.
Yeah, watch. Yeah, no, he's okay. I don't like the fact that he's going in a specific direction. It's like, okay, so we know there's more that way. He's harassing us. Austin going around. Guys up front, watch out to the left.
This is a really good example of the zombie engagements that we were having. So it's just one dude standing there, kind of taunting us, but not really causing any issues. And my philosophy with this stuff always was, if it's not a problem, don't acknowledge, don't engage. There's no reason to waste time, slow the group down, or separate the group, unless you're running something else specifically. But also, in my case, we are running a unicorn, so I did not want to have to waste ammo and have to deal with possible jams, so no messing around. And yeah, we moved to the second to last objective. Now, after our lunch break, we did get paired with Jupiter instead of Mars, because Mars was consolidated and reassigned. AKA, we lost our mod. Oh, thank God.
Actually sit in the chair.
Just
Not
sit
disallowed from doing that.
I mean, if there's one left, is that still a victim? Like, it's still
Please avoid the rusty nail. Avoid the rusty nail. Do not step on that.
Rightfully got me. I got rightfully got him. I know it's over. Like, I know if I design it.
Gentlemen, it's an honor. We do this not because it is easy, but because it is hard.
I really don't like that speech.
I don't either. I don't even know what it is. I just like that one part.
Just reminds me that all things are hard. So stay in the middle. Got it.
There's a target right there.
Oh, shit.
Target over there.
Okay, oh.
Let's back up a little bit. If they were making
All the way out. Oh,
All right, the ratio isn't that great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
We have some Imperial Mars.
It's been a pleasure playing with you. I'm sorry I wasn't there for your
I thought we said no tower shields.
fine. Save your energy. Save With that, there's no chance. Because they can just, with 3 especially.
Yeah.
Moderators, are we ready?
No. I don't want to be ready.
I love that. I love modeling so much.
God bless UMBC. God bless Earth.
It's not a good enough.
Springers on the asteroid.
Should we be lining further up? Like we have all the way over there to play.
I really don't want to get any closer.
Can I get it? Awooga!
Ooga.
Can I get it? Awooga!
Ooga.
All right, everybody. Are you ready?
got the asteroid.
Hey, there's the other side, look, right. On the behind the rear. Where are those targets?
Those are the single line runners. Yep.
Ready? Here we go.
I'll do my best. Yep. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Watch out, watch out.
How's it looking, guys?
Where are the jerseys? Wait, jerseys.
That's what I keep looking for.
Yeah, they're behind us.
Les, let's go get the jerseys. That might not be the best in the world. They got it from there.
Right here.
Let's see you on this on for 30 seconds. Watch the code.
Get back up the bounces. Go back up, guys.
Asper's up.
Oh my God, it's over there!
There's no way. There's no way.
We gotta get that out. It's up over there.
But push for the asteroid! Push forward for the asteroid!
Too late.
It's down.
It's down.
It's too late.
Another one up on the
Asteroid's up! Asteroid's up!
Behind the shield?
You cannot do that.
You cannot do that. That is cheating. How? How's that there?
This time. 30 seconds.
5,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Oh, you got it. That's on the left.
asteroid behind the tower shield.
Remember me.
No, you can't come in that close and do it.
I gotta find my butt stock. I don't know where it went.
We're trampling each other to death. We don't need.
I know.
We don't need the zombies. Each other.
Can you tag with a mag?
Oh god.
Watch him. I'm sorry, I'm shooting whoever's coming in.
No, I got separated somehow from the humans, and I don't know how I ended up over with the zombies.
There's the driver. Hello?
30 seconds. Disarm. 30 seconds.
I'm sorry.
Well, it was a good run. Yeah, no, I'm hard.
I figured somebody would come back for this. It was on. Well, then technically I won.
Good job. It was. I only died because no one got the bio. Bio just ran. They said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I am just gonna go around. I knew I was helping us turning. There should be a loose sock in there to throw it in. Yeah, that's the chaos.
All right. Event is over. We are on the way home. Wrap up. Don't know how to feel. The scaling was a little off, I think. In the beginning, there wasn't a lot going on, which I expected. But even towards the end of the game, second to last mission, 0 engagement. We had some stalker zombies, but not like, you know, any actual engagements at all. And then it turns out that the one of the other groups, well, actually the only other group, lost a lot of their teammates and failed their mission. So that it did set us up to have a little bit of difficulty. I'm not so sure how to feel about the mods on this ordeal. There was a lot of zombie scaling and kind of rules that didn't seem to stay rules. Like, for example, that last mission, we were supposed to shoot targets because it was space themed. So they're like meteorites. We're supposed to, you know, break the meteorites, and that did not happen because they were hiding them behind the tower shields, which we cannot shoot through. So I don't know how to feel. And final mission, wall of zombies. I mean, I don't really know how to feel about that, but I mean, that's how they did it, and I don't know a better way to say that other than they did it. Why am I breaking? Anyway, yeah, so we are on our way home. Again, do not know how to feel. Very torn, very confused. Seemed like a lot of players at the end were very, very confused about why certain things were happening and how certain things were happening. So we'll see. I know they always kind of send a recap, so I mean, I'll put my input in. I think there's a lot of growth that could happen, but this might very well be the last Maryland Mayhem. For anyone else who doesn't know, who was not at the event, the campus themselves are banning all foam blasters, and the other word, based on a issue they had a couple months ago. That news unfortunately dropped May 10th. Ironic. So anyway, that, you know, mod and president board team, they're going to fight as much as they can, but truly, I don't think there's a lot that they can do. I would just kind of submit to it at this point. So this is probably the last Maryland Mayhem. Maybe that's why they did things the way they did, I don't know. But it was a zombie victory. We made it until the final stand. Final stand. We were within the last, like, 20 humans. We got stunned by a stunner zombie and tagged moments later. It wouldn't have mattered. The unicorn jammed on me anyway. So it did a stack up. It took a dart and then two more behind it before I noticed. And the Venom Pro, you know, in time to unhook that and get that out, it didn't happen. So yeah, obviously we became a zombie for 2 minutes until the game was over. I'm gonna honestly take that as a win. That is my first HVZ game in like 10 years. So making it to the final stand alone was really, really cool. So, you know, as far as we could get, being the last like 20-ish humans, it might have been less than that. I was not worried about anyone else. I was just trying to keep cover while people were stunned, and then I got stunned. So it just is what it is. Anyway, yeah, editing me, have fun. The reason there is not a lot of footage is because these GoPro batteries die pretty quick in this model. It is an older GoPro, so that does make sense. But yeah, that is the gameplay footage of Maryland Mayhem. I will again put the links to everything, Discord, Instagram page, everything will be down in the description box below. And thank all you guys for watching. I know this was not a normal video, but this will replace the scheduled Wednesday video in a few days when you would be seeing that. So enjoy. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, peace out, bros. Okay, so GoPro's dead. I expected that, though, to be completely honest. Okay, so as I was saying before I noticed it was dead, it's been, like, well, at this point I have 30 minutes to go, so it's been about an hour and a half now. And I feel like I just have to explain myself from the way that I was speaking earlier. I had a good time. First game in 10 years, almost 11. Played very well. Had some mechanical, some dart feeding issues in the XYL Unicorn, which is what we ended up running because the Ravens, the Strife, all of us were just having problems that day, and I gave up. So I put the super low spring in the Unicorn,
and ran that. I regret that because Springer, humidity, darts, there was a lot of feeding issues going on there, but ended up making the best out of it. We had the Venom Pro on us as a secondary because our secondary options were terrible. I don't know why I didn't think of the Venom Pro in the first place. She was hitting a little steamy at a good like 127, 119, but averaged out that they let that fly. And yeah, so let me explain. Okay, so the whole entire time, both teams I was on, so this was space themed. So first up, I was on team Mars, which was fine. We lost both of, well, we lost our mod and our secondary mod, I guess, in the rush right before lunch. We lost both, which was unfortunate. But so our team got consolidated, but before that, we did not have very many engagements. I maybe got off 2 shots, and one of them was just clearing the barrel after I had primed it. The first one, I did get a tag, but one actual shot fired. The whole first half before noon, game started around 9:50, 9:30. So you really think about that, that's not that great. So obviously I ditched the XYL for the rush right before lunch, and I just ran Venom Pro and sock bombs and made it through no problem. Most of my team, Mars, we lost. We lost almost half of that group, and that was truly just because no one could understand what was happening. The mods were doing their best, but when a lot of people are talking, you cannot hear anyone else. So it was just a lot of miscommunication. We had eggs, and we were trying to, or like Easter eggs, and trying to get them into corresponding color buckets, which was very, very simple, but no one was paying attention to what color they had, and we had to do like 6 laps around this field, and that really wasn't going to go well. I almost got tagged there, but did manage to pull the trigger on the Venom just in time, which was great. I mean, I had a really good time. Lunch was okay. Not a lot of people came back after lunch, I did notice. I don't know if it just, it was 80-something, almost 90 degrees. It felt like anyway. So I don't know if a lot of people just didn't want to deal with that anymore. They just wanted to be done. But I stuck it out, and ran the XYL for the rest of the game. Made it to the final, which very, very confusing, by the way, because we got back from lunch, had a delay, which I'm sure was just the mods just trying to set everything up, because that can be a lot, I am sure, and ran one mission beforehand, but again, the team I was on did not have a lot of engagement from the zombies, and at this point, their numbers were pretty large. We had just some stalkers, 3, 4, at one point, maybe 10, but just keeping their distance. Like, there was no real engagement. I don't know if they were being told not to, if there was something else going on. We know the other team, because we split into 3, one of the other teams did fail their mission, and mostly all became zombies, which is why the offset was so great at the end. Thankfully, I have footage of that, so hopefully, it's actually good. Anyway, so final mission comes around. It's like a 70-30 split. 70 zombie, 30s are humans. Not 30 people, but 30%. So it really wasn't looking good anyway, but I mean, come on, I wasn't gonna give up. No one was gonna give up. So, needless to say, the objective, survive as long as we can. We had to hold our position for 10 minutes, which is a very long time, personally, and there's no way
I think we would have survived even if everything lined up. But because it was space themed and like a space battle, all the different planets against Pluto, air quote planet. Anyway, so they had cardboard targets, which were going to be like meteors, and we had to shoot them. So we didn't get a hold on the time, which would obviously add a minute. It was a minute delay, so then we'd have to hold for a minute past the 10 minutes. And we were actually doing pretty good for, you know, like 4 or 5 minutes. And that came down to noticing that one of those targets was behind a tower shield, which is a cardboard tower shield with a cutout in it so you can see through it, but, you know, you can't shoot through it. And it was behind that with a horde of zombies in the way. I don't know if that was necessarily allowed. I don't know if I actually got a shot of it. But if I did, I really hope you guys can see what I mean. And if not, I'm just going to explain it. So you can't shoot through that shield, and you're being rushed by zombies constantly. As quickly as we're tagging them, their respawn was only 30 seconds. So by the time they walk back over to their respawn zone, put their bandana back on their head, they're running back at us again. And between the darts jamming in the XYL, I got 4 stuck in the barrel for some reason. Running that really low spring and all the barrel drag, not good. That is not a HV-seeable blaster, truly. It was great for pot shots. You could get one off at about 50 feet and actually make a tag randomly, which was great. I did get a few of those in the second to last mission before lunch. But once that target went behind the shield, we all kind of knew either that was their plan, or someone just was like, oh, this will be an easy way to win for zombies. Basically, I got tagged in the last minute of the game. I mean, it was a 100% zombie victory. And in all honesty, from the lack of engagement from the zombies for the rest of the game, or like prior for the rest of the game until the final, I was a little disappointed, to say the least. I know it was completely unnecessary, but I cut over 700 darts in the mean to just give them out. Hey, you need a magazine? Here you go. You need darts? Load up. I think most people on my team were in the same boat. I mean, except for the 2 big engagements in the Venom Pro, I only had to reload 2 Talons. 2 15-round Talons all together. That's all I had to reload. Not impressed by that. I am glad I made it all the way to the end and final, though. But, yeah, so I will go over everything once I actually get home. I'm about 25-ish minutes away. I have to stop and pick up dinner. But yeah, I will sit down in the garage and really just go over everything. This is going to be a rant, and truly, I hope it's not their last year, but they did have an incident on campus this past year. So they are banning all of dart foam, dart, and, weapon-looking stuff. We had the normal police called, I believe. There was 3 officers, or 3 vehicles with 2 officers each. Could have been for something else going on, but I'm pretty sure that was for us. You have a whole bunch of grown adults walking around with, you could paint your blaster pink and someone sees it and it looks like a firearm. Especially when we're all wearing tactical gear. My stuff's urban, like almost desert camo. A lot of people are running purple, green, pink, orange, blue. So my stuff is a little dark. I will be fixing that if I keep doing these invitationals. But it doesn't look the best on a college campus that's had an issue this year. Maybe pushing it back. I don't know. There's a lot going on with that whole thing. They say they're going to try and fight it, but generally once a college campus, which is like the dean, the board, everything like that gets involved, you're usually not going to have any say in it. So, anyway, safe to say, I hope there's another one, but I doubt there will be. And in all honesty, if there is another one,
there's room for improvement with this. I feel like there always is and will be, but there's a lot of room. I don't know what the opening amount of zombies is, but for, you know, one shot before lunch, something was just off, or the zombies had objectives they need to do. Sometimes when you have zombie objectives, it's kind of like players. We all get caught up in that. And we don't necessarily go for the engagements because we have to do the missions, but it kind of just felt like if that was the case, wasn't a zombie in the beginning, so I don't know. Sometimes having stragglers out, you know, stalking and doing their thing can get you another zombie or two, so it just depends on which way you guys want to think about that and do that. But obviously I wish everyone the best of luck who was there. I did get to meet quite a few people. I will be going to town on Instagram and go ahead and liking and commenting everyone who I actually met. So that is all super fun, and thumbs up to everyone I did meet. I did meet Barbie, which, you know, interesting, to say the least. All really, really fun people, and if anyone gets a chance to meet them, obviously go ahead and do so. I did get to fight alongside of Captain Xavier. I did not interrupt him at all to go ahead and like get an autograph or anything, but we were in the middle of our lunch, our pre-lunch engagement, so but we did bump and exchange pleasantries, you know, as you would if you bump into somebody. Literally, like, bump into somebody, not like meet somebody. Anyway, so I will recap once I get home. I am starving. I have 24 minutes to go. A Merge Masters live stream to apparently miss. Yeah, so I will see you guys in the garage as I eat, break down all my gear, disassemble and reassemble blasters, probably curse a few times, and I'll see you guys then.
Okay. It is actually the next day. 7 o'clock in the morning, because I have work in just a little bit, but had to go ahead and unpack everything. And yeah, so again, you guys kind of know how I feel or felt about it all. That has not changed. In the few hours it's been since. But I think it's just really important to say it was a very fun time. If there's another one next year, which I hope there is, I will be attending. And we will do things differently. But yeah, so this is just gonna be a quick little breakdown of everything I brought and everything that needs to be cleaned up and then put back away. Isn't necessarily gonna be put away today, but at least it will be in a position where that's ready to happen. So, enjoy the time lapse.
All right, so we are completely broken down. This is darts, throwables that we have left. We did dart sweep, so you know, do our best there. Anyway, yeah, so we did use quite a bit of ammo, which is fantastic. That was the whole point. And I do feel pretty good about the amount that I brought. It's also pretty cool. Yeah, so anyway, we're broken down. Magazines, blasters, 3D printed first aid stuff, and miscellaneous as well, like SD cards, so I can edit everything together and make sure the footage is actually there. The Venom Pro gets its different pieces here if I want to put it in it, which I really don't right now. Anyway, yeah, so that's the breakdown from the event, everybody. If you've watched this far, I really do appreciate it, and I thank you. Yeah, hopefully we'll see when the next event in the area is. I don't mind driving a couple hours to get there. Work is obviously the ish. I said I'm actually drinking that. But yeah, so really cool meeting everybody who was there, and yeah, I look forward to the next one, where maybe it will be completely different. I hope it's completely different. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your nerfy friends. We are still pushing to the goal for our giveaway. There's a few more days. You have until the 17th to go ahead and choose one of our sidearm options. There is the Fire Strike, the Ultra 4, and the Pink Crush, which now has a beefier spring, but we'll probably end up changing that because I don't feel like dealing with it right now. Anyway, so again, thank you guys very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and yeah, I'm very tired, and I have a full work day ahead of me, so wish me luck, and peace out, bros.